Hello there, Golf Freak here, and welcome to the part 0 of my Dragon Age Inquisition series. I'm going to get this out before the game comes out, and this is going to be basically we're going to create the world state that my game is going to be using, as well as kind of be a tutorial, even though I've never actually used it before. I did get into the beta, but I decided against actually using it, because I got in like 3 days before it became live. So I decided to wait to that. If you have questions, for those of you watching the live stream, feel free to put it in the chat. Otherwise, if you guys have questions, feel free to put them in the comments. Check to see if your questions have already been answered through the video or in the comments below before doing so, however. Otherwise, so what is the keep exactly? Well, the reason for the keep is to create, as I said before, the world state, because this is Dragon Age Inquisition is the 3rd game in the Dragon Age series. As a result, there are historical events that you choose that can alter different events and different things. Now, that being said, the team over at BioWare who make the game had a problem with the logical processes that they were having before, the quest flags. And so not all of them were firing correctly, and there were some issues here and there. And some of those instances could be seen through Dragon Age 2 when it was transferred over. So in order to combat that, as well as to give new players into the series and players who played on different consoles with the launch of the new generation, they decided to use a web-based browser to make your decisions and import them into Dragon Age Inquisition. Now, I'm going to log in on a different screen so that you don't see my personal stuff. That's okay. You can just see my public email address anyway. So, I'm going to be using different... There we go. Slightly different choices than what I did with my Let's Play, because I do have a Let's Play of both games on it, and I think Dragon Age 2 is fairly the same, but Dragon Age 1 is not. So here I'm syncing my data from the game, and I could probably sync it later. I do have some of it. I wonder what the points are for. Uh-oh. That was it, huh? I didn't go for a bunch of achievements in that game, because a lot of them required multiple playthroughs. I think you need a minimum of 3 playthroughs to a certain extent in order to get the full amount. What is the game about? Well, this is not per se a game. This is the episode before the game, but basically it's a fantasy RPG, party based, and it's a very story centered, and it's really good and a lot of fun. So, yeah. I wonder if... I don't think I'm going to make the... whatever this bar is for. Okay. 7 custom heroes. So I can choose a hero. So... I don't remember making you. Yeah, it was you. So, in my Let's Play... Well, that's weird. Why did it jump? Maybe because there's more than one? In my Let's Play, I played as... Here we go. My human noble warrior. But I have opted for the Dalish origin. So we have the Dalish elf warrior, and there's 2 of them, which is weird. I'm assuming it's this one. Not that it matters. But anyway, how do I select? I'll choose 0. Now, the reason for this, and I think these guys be the same, is going to be revealed soon. So these are the defaults. So I picked Malleus Hawk. Which one did I choose? Not that it matters. I'm going to go with Martel. Now, the reason why I'm doing this, too, is that the names I chose were very specific. Namba Means hammer in Tolkien Elfish. So there's that, and then Martell means hammer. Yeah, it's a game. It's not like The Witcher per se. The Witcher is more of a dark fantasy. This is not so much a dark fantasy, I would say. But anyway, so this is the hero. Now the reason why I chose what I did is because we're gonna watch by story in a second. But the reason why I chose what I did is because in the Dalish clan there is an elfin mage called Meryl, who I romance in Dragon Age 2. And she's friends with the original warden if you choose the Dalish elf story. And that's kind of, well, not really friends per se, just more like, it's kind of like family with air quotes. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and watch this story. Hopefully the audio won't be too loud.
If you believe the stories, mankind's pride gave rise to the Darkspawn. Countless in number and toxic to all life, Darkspawn search endlessly for an archdemon. When they find one, Darkspawn armies surge up from their corrupt barrows beneath the ground, and a blight begins. Grey Wardens are the only warriors capable of destroying an archdemon, and history always honors the one who sacrifices all to kill the beast. In the fifth blight, the Warden was the hero of Ferelden, a hunter from a clan of Dalish elves. The hero discovered a corrupted elven artifact and was tainted by the same foul magic that drives the Darkspawn. The only cure for the young elf was to join Duncan as a Grey Warden. The allied Ferelden and Grey Warden forces met in Ostagar, where King Kaelin's armies and a host of wardens gathered, ready to destroy the Darkspawn. But valor turned to despair as Loghain betrayed his king. Kaelin's forces were slaughtered, and the south was lost. The hero, now a full-fledged Grey Warden, survived with the aid of Flemeth, the mysterious witch of the wilds. Joined by Flemeth's daughter, Morrigan, and a Grey Warden named Alistair, the hero set out to build an army strong enough to abolish the Blight. With the traitorous Loghain now seated on Ferelden's throne, the Warden sought help from the influential Arl Eamon of Redcliffe. However, they arrived in Redcliffe to find the town under siege. As each night...
Okay, so here we can edit the choice, and this is going to kind of go through and do things. Now, it's not going to be in the order I did it, because the order can affect what is done. But that's along those lines. Anyway, and question, what language? I'm assuming you mean Martel for the hammer. I believe it's Greek, as seen by Charles de Martel, which was Charles the Hammer. So, yeah, it's not a card game, Elite. It's this is a very artsy. But anyway, we helped Redcliffe. I tried it on hard difficulty. I almost saved everyone. Almost nobody died. But whatever.
Undead rose in waves and assailed the battered village. With the
heroes'
help,
copyright flag.
The people of Redcliffe stood fast
So,
against the undead horde.
For those of you who don't realize that it's going to be
the wardens reached
spoilery.
Arl Eamon's castle only to find the Arl lying at
For the
the
first
edge
two
of
games.
death, and his court fallen into madness. To save his father's life, Eamon's young son, Connor, had made a deal with a demon, and quickly fallen victim to its possession.
Okay, so what happened to Connor? He was alive and not possessed.
The hero intervened, freeing Connor from possession and breaking the demon's hold over Redcliffe. But deals with demons are never straightforward. The demon agreed only to save Eamon's life, not restore him to health. Arl Eamon needed a miracle to recover. The hero located an urn containing the sacred ashes of Andraste, which were said to cure any ailment. The urn was protected by ancient traps, tests of will, and a dragon-worshipping cult that wanted to twist the urn's power to its own ends.
Okay, so I did not poison the urn. No. Heck
The
no.
urn remained pure, but mysteriously disappeared after the wardens departed. Only the temple dedicated to it still stands.
Well, that's interesting.
With a pinch of the ashes, The hero restored the Arl to health. Informed of Logain's treachery, Eamon swore his political and military support. The circles of Magi are bound by oath to aid the Grey Wardens in times of blight. However, Lake Calenhad's tower could offer little help. One of its mages, Uldred, had become possessed by a pride demon and was twisting other circle mages into abominations. The hero fought to the top of the tower and defeated Uldred, saving the remaining
It is a bit
mages.
loud. I'm gonna turn down the
Grateful
game
for their
volume.
lives, the mages joined the Warden's army. The allies gained at the Circle were not the only soldiers to join the Warden's forces, however. Dalish elves don't usually make alliances, but even deep hatred can be set aside in the face of oblivion. An ancient curse was destroying Ferelden's largest Dalish clans, turning the elves into werewolves.
I might have missed a choice, but I'm gonna go back and check in a little bit.
Claimed that the cure required the heart of the great wolf, Witherfang. Years before, Zathrain himself had afflicted a group of humans with the curse that now ravaged his clan.
Okay, so I brokered peace. Yeah,
As long as he lived, the curse endured.
pretty sure that's what I did.
The hero freed the werewolves from the long-standing
Yeah.
curse, and the Dalish joined the Warden's forces. Blights may happen hundreds of years apart, but the dwarves who live below the surface of Thedas fight Darkspawn every day. No one is better schooled in battling Darkspawn than the warriors of Orzammar, except perhaps their allies of old, the Grey Wardens. The hero arrived in Orzammar in the wake of King Endrin's death to find political factions fighting for control of the Dwarven capital. Only the vote of a venerated paragon could break the deadlock to elect a ruler, and order the dwarves to honor their Grey Warden treaty and join the battle against the new blight. The hero set off to find a paragon named Branka, who had disappeared into the Deep Roads in search of a legendary artifact, the Anvil of the Void, created by the renowned smith Caradon to forge mighty war golems.
So I sided with Kerrigan.
The hero helped Caradon destroy the Anvil of the Void, along with the dark secrets that could trap a living soul inside a mechanical construct. The hero emerged from the Deep Roads with a master-forged crown to bestow the Paragon's favor upon whichever rival candidate would be crowned king. Balin, the youngest son of King Endrin who was suspected of foul play, or Haramont, the aging traditionalist backed by the Dwarven Assembly.
Okay, thank you for giving me that much information, because I couldn't remember what his name was. But yeah, I chose Balin because he basically was a very progressive. The dwarves have a very, very heavy caste system. For more information, go see Shoddy Cast's videos. I'm not sure if the dwarf one is up yet. I think it is. But Shoddy Cast is doing a lore series on Dragon Age, and Shoddy Cast in general is an amazing series. I'm also a sponsor of theirs. And I wholeheartedly support them. They're not one of it's not one of those things that a lot of people will watch, but if you're interested in the lore behind Skyrim, Fallout, Dragon Age, I think those are the main three that they're doing right now. That'd be great. Eventually, they're talking about expanding over to The Witcher before it comes out, which would be amazing. I'd love to hear more about that story. So go check them out if you like it. Subscribe to them. I'm not affiliated with them in any way. This is just pure fan appreciation. And if possible, support them as well. So anyway, we're going to go back to this.
Balin followed his father to the throne. He leads with a ruthless but progressive hand, seeking to re-establish ties to the surface kingdoms. With Dwarden's strength now bolstering the Warden's army, the hero had to deal with Logain, so Ferelden could stand unified against the Darkspawn before the Blight swallowed the world. The kingdom of Ferelden stood divided. While some nobles supported Logain's regency, others condemned his inaction against the Darkspawn. Civil war brewed, and Arl Eamon called a landsmeet in hopes of curtailing the conflict and removing Logain from the throne.
Logan executed by the Warden.
Logain was found guilty of treason, and the hero carried out his execution in Denerim's palace. As the Warden's united army massed in Redcliffe, the Darkspawn overran Denerim, laying siege to Ferelden's capital city. The hero's army fought valiantly through Denerim and broke the Darkspawn siege. On Fort Dracon's highest tower, the hero's strongest allies fought alongside the Warden in a final heroic battle against the massive Archdemon.
And everyone lived. So Warden killed the Archdemon, Alistair killed the Archdemon, Morgan's Dark Ritual succeeded.
The Archdemon was killed without the sacrifice of a Grey Warden's life. With no Archdemon to lead them, the Darkspawn scattered. Most fled underground, still teeming in number and always seeking a new Archdemon to awaken. The shattered kingdom of Ferelden embarked on a long journey to recovery. In the Blight's aftermath, strong leadership was crucial. Alistair, King Caelin's half-brother, and Queen Enora, Caelin's widow and daughter of Loghain, joined in a political union. Together, they ushered Ferelden
That's correct.
into a new era.
I hooked them up.
Ferelden still stands, as obstinate and resolute as the Dog Lords ever are. But the events of the Fifth Blight loom over it as the nation rebuilds. For people across Thedas, legends of the hero of Ferelden remain the nation's brightest beacons of hope during its darkest times. It all began in Kirkwall. The fall of
Wow, they
Knight
just
Commander
go straight to
Meredith,
Dragon Age 2.
the Qunari
No DLC,
uprising,
huh? That's
and
kind of
course,
makes sense.
the Chantry's destruction and the onset of Mage Rebellion. One person always stood amidst the swirling chaos. Hawke, the champion of Kirkwall. The Hawke family fled Lothering, refugees from the Blight. Leandra, mother of the champion, and siblings Bethany and Carver, hoped to find refuge at her family's estate in Kirkwall, far to the north.
Hawke was not a mage.
While Hawke had no magical abilities, the champion was at the heart of events that ultimately led to the Mage Rebellion. The Hawks escaped the Blight with the help of Aveline Valen, a warrior and family friend. It's said that the family was also aided by Flemeth, the notorious Witch of the Wilds. Hawke's brother, Carver, never reached the Free Marches. He was killed by Darkspawn while protecting his family. The family's first years in Kirkwall were difficult. Leandra's brother Gamlen had lost the family fortune. The Hawks lived in poverty, forced to indenture themselves in return for entrance to the city.
So I joined the Smugglers. You can join the Smugglers or join the Mercenaries. I opted for the Smugglers. I don't know why, aside from the fact that the leader was a elf chick and the other guy was, the mercenary leader was a buff guy. I don't know. That's just personal preference. Plus, smuggling seems to me a little bit safer than pure mercenary work, especially in times of war. And since Bethany, I think, his Hawk's sister, was also involved, I felt it would be safer.
To pay off the debt, Hawke was forced to work for a gang of smugglers. All the while, Hawke and Bethany did their best to hide Bethany's magic from the Templars. Opportunity eventually struck in the form of a dwarf named Bartran Tethras, who was planning an expedition to the Deep Roads. It was a long shot, but with gold gained from the expedition, Hawke could free the family from its criminal creditors and further Templar scrutiny. Hawke met a rogue Grey Warden named Anders, who possessed detailed maps of the Deep Roads. These maps were crucial to the expedition's success. Once Hawke obtained them, everything else fell quickly into place. Afraid to lose another sibling, Hawke insisted that Bethany stay in Kirkwall rather than accompany the expedition. Hawke did find ancient dwarven treasure, but the group also stumbled upon a statuette formed from a strange red lyrium.
Why would it give me... Weird it gives me this choice now. You think it'd give me this choice back when I was asking whether or not to bring her with me, because if you bring her, she dies or becomes a Grey Warden if Anders is in the party. Or she becomes a Circle Mage if you don't take her, which is what happened.
On returning to the surface, Hawke found Templars taking Bethany away. Her magic had been discovered. She joined a mage circle soon after. The gold Hawke recovered from the Deep Roads brought back Leandra's stately childhood home in Hightown. The Hawks had barely settled into their new home when Leandra was murdered. A deeply sinister and twisted killing. Hawk hunted down Quentin, the blood mage responsible, but could not prevent Leandra's death. Leandra's tragic death was part of a critical problem facing Kirkwall. Rising tension between the city's mages, who felt increasingly oppressed, and Templars, who grew increasingly suspicious of their activities. Adding to the strain, a large contingent of Qunari had also established themselves in Kirkwall, much to the growing discomfort of the city's rulers. After their dreadnought was shipwrecked many years before, a group of stranded Qunari were allowed to remain in a cordoned-off area in Lowtown. As time passed, the Qunari made no effort to return home, and offered no explanation about why they remained. Tensions rose to a breaking point. Revered Mother Patrice, convinced the Qunari were a threat to the Chantry's faith, incited violence between the Qunari and the Kirkwall populace. Hawk knew that Patrice would bring about unnecessary conflict. Though the champion tried to stop her, Patrice orchestrated the murder of Seamus Dumar, a Viscount's son and a recent convert to the Qun.
Don't side with her, I think.
When her crime was discovered, the Qunari assassin killed her.
Yes.
After Seamus was murdered, the Arashok of the Qunari group lost patience with the humans of Kirkwall. They would now submit to the Qun.
I didn't think he actually died, though.
The Qunari struck hard and fast. They took the palace in Hightown and beheaded the Viscount to immediately quash any resistance. Aided by Knight Commander Meredith and First Enchanter Orsino, Hawk reached the palace and stood toe-to-toe with the fearsome Qunari leader. Hawk fought the Qunari leader. The fierce battle resulted in the Arashok's death and the liberation of Kirkwall from its brief occupation.
I defeated it. Isabella appeared and was taken prisoner. Oh, okay, yeah. No, I beat him.
Withdrew from the city.
She did appear, but was not taken prisoner. So that's
Hawk
the only
saved
other
Kirkwall
alternative.
and earned the grudging respect of the city's Templars, mages, and nobility, along with the title that history remembers, the Champion of Kirkwall. Kirkwall's problems were still not over, however. After Viscount Dumar's death, Knight Commander Meredith took power and blocked all attempts to appoint a new Viscount. Under Meredith's command, the Templars tightened their grip on the mages, planning to suppress what Meredith saw as a growing rebellion. Anders, who spent years fighting for justice and freedom for his fellow mages, saw that the time for negotiation was past. He destroyed Kirkwall's chantry, killing hundreds, including Grand Cleric Althena. This single act began a rebellion that spread from circle to circle, until all circles of Magi had risen up in defiance against chantry rule. Though Anders had done the unforgivable, something stayed the champion's hand. Anders survived the day.
Yeah. So I decided I'll go into this more detail when we go through the micromanaging after this.
Fighting spread swiftly through the city. Some mages rebelled openly, many of them succumbing to possession. Templars turned their swords on mages who rebelled, and on those who did not. As First Enchanter Orsino refused to bend to the Templars, Knight Commander Meredith demanded that every mage in Kirkwall be put to the sword. Hawk saved many mages from Templar blades, keeping them from succumbing to possession or the temptations of blood magic.
Yes, I sided with the
In the
mages.
end, however, Hawk was forced to strike down Orsino, who had betrayed his own values by resorting to blood magic himself. The battle proved one thing. Knight Commander Meredith had gone mad. Hawk saw the truth of it when Meredith unsheathed her sword, and the red lyrium idol from the deep roads was embedded within it. The blade fueled her hatred and paranoia, as it had for months. After a horrific battle, the red lyrium of the Knight Commander's sword consumed her as she died. Meredith became a statue, her face a frozen mask of horror. Little is known of the champion since that final battle. However, Hawk's story lives on in legend and song. Memories of the indelible changes the champion of Kirkwall brought to the face of Thetis.
Okay, so there was a question posed. Who am I gonna play as? What character and stuff like that? That's still very much undecided. Chances are I'll be playing as an elf or a human. However, I'm not throwing out anything completely. There's actually a form which I will put in the description of this once it goes up on YouTube. That it goes through a lot of the things like what race, what class, etc., etc., any specializations, etc., etc. So, anyway, we're going to go ahead and view the tapestry. The key does not import your save games. Yes, 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 I know. Anyway, so from Origins, so, here you're able to create unique worlds, state to import in a Dragon Age. Tapestry is arranged by product, choices grouped by theme and plot. Select menu, choose a group to edit once you've selected a group. Yes, your choice. Okay. So, I think the hero is pretty straightforward. Warden is alive and well. This is true. How do we go back? Okay. Companions. No, not no one romanced. We romanced Morgan. Lock this answer. Choose this answer. Yeah, locked it. So we romanced Morgan. That is something that will not be changed. Logan executed by Warden. Persuaded him to free Sten. Recruited Sten. Nathaniel is alive and well. Yes. I did, in fact, return his sword. Sten's sword. For that, Kunari, that is very important. Zevran is alive and well. Recruited win. Alistair became king. But is it Alistair and... No, it's just Alistair. Alistair became a drunk. Alistair was... Oh, that's a disturbing picture. Alistair became king. Warden and Alistair were not lovers. This is correct. Wayne is alive and well. Well, she is as of Dragon Age Origins. Spoiler alert, as of Dragon Age Inquisition, she's dead. Leanna is alive and well. Morgan had an old god baby with the Warden. Did not acquire the... Nope, that is not true. I did, in fact, get the Grimoire. And I acquired... In my Let's Play, I did not actually take her out. But in my second playthrough, which is the one I'm using for the import, basically, I did, in fact, take her out. Okay. So that's the companions. Let's double check nature of the beast. Brokered peace did not encounter... No, I did. This is actually very interesting because what you can do is actually... So there's basically this young elf who wants to romance her. So he wants to romance her. She likes him, but can't per se because of a social prejudice, which is that it's not appropriate to do so with the hunter. There's two ways of doing this. You can break them up, and in doing so, you can actually sleep with her. I think only if you're an elf, but I'm not sure. Or you could get them together, and I got them together. After saving and seeing what happened when I didn't do it. Did not tell of the wife's faith, or did I tell the wife's faith? I did not. I decided to not say, so what happened was she became a werewolf, unfortunately, and she wanted to die before I saved the werewolves, so that was kind of unfortunate. But yeah, basically, I think what I did was I said, I found her body, I found her scarf. I didn't let her sit back. So this one was a Hala that I saved. I had very high survivalism with somebody. And I did, in fact, bring the Iron Bark. And who is this? Oh, Dragon. Right, I did do this. This was one of Wynn's apprentice mages who ran away from the circle. I remember that. So is there no way to go back easily? Whatever. Paragon of her kind. Defeated Baraka, Balin Resourcemar. I did speak to you. I said he died. I told the truth. I killed and lied. I killed and told the truth. I killed him and said he died heroically. I lied. That's what I did. I did talk to you. I'm glad I'm checking all this stuff out. She left to study, or told her the circle was... No, I told her she left to study. I had relation... I don't even know this was a thing. Oh, this might be for a dwarf? Yeah, no cancel changes. Okay, so I didn't meet her because that was a dwarf-specific thing. Didn't have a son. Cedric died. I did, in fact, prove that the Legion of Dead is connected to a noble house. So, once again, the dwarves are part of a caste system, and as a result, the nobles are one of the higher castes of the three basic ones. There's basically the nobles, then the working class, then the outcasts. But anyway, stolen tome. I did look into that. I returned it, or... No, I returned it. I did, in fact, help him create a chantry. I think he died before or during that time. Zendra. Help Zendra reconcile with her family. Oh, right. I remember this. Left in the deep... No, we helped her reconcile with her family. Or reconcile. The Rock Lyrium. I did, in fact, complete the Rock Lyrium. And I got, like, 100 gold out of it. I completed it completely. Orta joined the assembly. Helped Orta join. The memories were returned. Memories were never returned. Ura's mother had always claimed that her family was descended from a noble house, young dwarf. Oh, right! Yes, I did, in fact, do that. I'm glad that they have that there. Okay. So that was a paragon. Next up is the Broken Circle. The mages supported. First Enchanter Irving survived the battle. Did not agree to Colin's... Wait. So, if... Yeah. Okay, so they're all separate choices. Yeah, I supported the mages. But it also gave me the Templars. Oh yeah, obviously did not agree to that. Okay. Denerim. Sir Lodger's alive. Yes, I did not duel him. 100% treatment pledge. Yes, I told him about his son's treatment. I brought the scroll to Sister Justine. I did. I think. Score by stealing from nobles. No, I did not. I'm pretty sure I did not. Oop, I just want to go back to dinner. I did help clear the customers out of the... There's a lot of stuff. So there's about 300 questions here. I think only about 200 of them actually import. So there's a lot of stuff I'm not surprised. I'm kind of surprised is here and not at the same time. The ores went on to platforms still some time. I don't think I did. What did I do here? I don't remember what this was. And to hurt business at the guard. No. I didn't kill them, though. I think I did. That implies that I killed them, but I didn't do that. Let me double check this too. Yeah, he's still alive. I don't remember this. Oh, yes, deliver the ring. Okay, yes, I do remember that. That was deliver the ring to one of the sisters, to his sister. He was held captive. He ruins about an orphanage. It belonged to the grandmother of a local beggar woman. I think I did that. I may not have actually found that. I don't remember that. But it's been a while since I played. I think this was Mr. Assassination Missions. I did, in fact, complete the assassination missions because I agreed to the targets of all of them. Goldana, Alistair's fake sister. Helped Alistair find her. I did, in fact, encounter her, and we sent her away. So I have a non-hardened Liliana. Okay, the lands meet. Yeah, they jointly rule. Alistair and the Warden. Honora and the Warden rule. Interesting. No, Alistair and Honora rule. Was that the only one? I guess so. Okay. Prologue's over here. Why is it over here? I cured the Mabari Hound. And the prisoner, fed prisoner guards lunch. Yeah. I fed him the lunch. So, the Urn of Sacred Ashes was not poisoned. The Arl of Redcliffe held Redcliffe life, held Redcliffe for prepare, yes. Connor Live not poisoned. Bella left Redcliffe. Bella took town ownership. Bella left to start a brewery. I think. No, she left to start a brewery. With gold I gave her, I think. We found Braven. We found him and paid for the sword. We did not find him. Scared him. There's a question. I either paid for it. No, it's his father's sword. I didn't need it either. I think I returned it. I think I also gave them money, but that's neither here nor there. I did, in fact, rescue his daughter. Isolde is alive. Yes. That was a lot of important things. The Battle of Denerim. The Warden killed the Archdemon. Yes. That is correct. And what happens when a Warden kills an Archdemon? They both die. It's basically a suicide attack. But because of the dark ritual, which was performed basically by impregnating Morgan, who I had romanced, the essence of the Archdemon, which was effectively a super great dragon, went to the offspring that was still being developed instead of to the Warden, because two souls cannot mix, but yet the offspring could. So, anyway, we have the Awakening expansion. No, the Warden did not, in fact, kill the Architect. I let the Architect live. We find out later, through DLC and Dragon Age 2, that the Talking Darkspawn are actually the original Magisters. That being said, I felt it was important that, at the time, that we have him as an ally. In fact, it's actually implied in Dragon Age 2 that there is some importance to that effect. Protected. Oh, I protected them both. I don't think I did this in my Let's Play, but I'm pretty sure I did in my second one, because you have to get all the bonuses and stuff. So I could protect the keep, or I could protect the city, and I protected them both by fully upgrading the keep and by going and taking care of it. So we recruited Ogren, and I did in fact help them get reunited. Him and his wife. And then the Witch Hunt DLC, where we find Morgan. So the Warden went through the Alluvion together. Warden's Keep DLC, right? That's the unique area. So I gained the power of the blood. Both Sophia and just Sophia. Continued his research. Slayed Sophia and allowed her to do his ethical research. Yes, because he's a very old guy. His research was actually relatively important. Shayla's alive and well. Returned both of them alive. Shayla recruited. Yes, this is correct. Oh, we're now into Dragon Age 2, huh? Okay. So the hero is me, and it's showing diplomat. I wonder if that chose it automatically. Well, out of the three, I was diplomatic. I was kind of a mix, since they kind of have a mix. I was diplomatic and humorous. Like, I was serious when the moment required it, but I knew when to crack a joke. Okay, so in terms of the companions, we romanced Meryl, who once again was one of the Dalish elves that the hero of Ferelden knew. Bartrand was not killed, who was Varric's brother. Bethany became a Sergal mage. Carver died in Lothering. I helped him. Yes, I helped him. It has to be helped, because otherwise I think he dies no matter what. Varric did not keep it. Bethany did not die in the final battle. I believe that's all that is. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Fenris is alive and well. I did recruit Elizabeth. And Isabella returned to Hawk. Yes, she stole the book and returned. Meryl stayed with Hawk. Meryl is alive and well. Didn't give her to the Era Shock. Meryl did not destroy the Alluvion. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she did not destroy it. I didn't approve of his actions, but I didn't condemn him for it either. At the time, given everything that had happened, I could understand his position. I thought his methods were extremist. Very extremist. But, yeah, so Meryl's clan was not killed. Aveline did, in fact, marry Dominic. Wait, Aveline stayed with Hawk? No, oh yeah, yes. During the final battle, she stayed with Hawk. We proved true friends till the end. This is correct. I didn't make Talus angry. I made Talus angry, or I never met Talus. Okay, so I didn't make her angry. And I may have kissed her. So you can romance, because the way it works, the DLC works is kind of interesting, is that it's basically story driven, and because there are 3 acts, 3 different parts to the story, whenever you do the DLC, it is done in that act. So you could potentially romance Tails, or I think it is Tails, or whatever. I don't remember exactly how you pronounce her name. If you could romance her before you romance anyone else, so it's theoretically okay, but yeah. We recruited Sebastian, who promptly left. Hawk and Cullen were not friends. I think we were. Yeah, I think we established a friendly relations with them. And we're friends with Varric, I assume. Okay, this is turning out to be longer than I expected, but whatever. Let's do the prologue real quick. Join the smugglers, that's all that is, okay. Act 1. So we fought against the Templars. Actually, you know what? I just remember something. Let me go back to Origins real quick. The Urn of Sacred Ashes was not poisoned, but I did defeat the dragon. But that option does not seem to be available. So it looks like no matter what, the urn disappears, even though it's implied at the ending credits that it's not. We'll have to see. So, Act 1. Fought against the Templars. Convinced the Templars to leave. Right, I convinced the Templars to leave. Instead of hunting for the mages. I didn't return the cargo. I helped the kids instead. Right, so this guy was insane. He stole basically little children and murdered them. He thought he was possessed, but I think he's actually a murderer. But this is the thing, is that I decided, I think, that it was not really my position to play judge. And that the people who wanted him killed wanted it purely for revenge instead of justice. I did, in fact, return him to the Viscount. Hawk did not... I did, yeah. I saved the Viscount's son. No, she died. She attacked me. And died. No, I did kill the slaver. I think because he attacked me once again. I did, in fact, look for the wife. And I told the truth. That she was killed by a murderer. So we have the missing miners. Solve the mystery of the missing miners being dragons. So I could... I agreed to keep Sir Thrast's secret, being his daughter was a mage. I do not... I don't think she died. Blood Mage plot to corrupt Kirkwall's Templar recruit. Oh, yes! I did not kill her. No, she became a prisoner. This is correct. We sent Fenrir to the Dalish, because he was a dream walker. A half-elf who, for some reason, has elf ears in this picture, even though he should have human ears. Because half-elves are technically human. Karen was reinstated to the Templars, even though he was basically possessed. I defended Katogen from the Kunari. So he died free. Yes. I think. Hawk and the Wounded Coast. I don't remember, but I'm gonna assume he's alive. Okay, that's Act 1. Act 2. Trying to investigate series of appearances. Oh, I did not kill him. Hawk refused to aid the Templars' plan. Yeah, I did not assist with Templars' plan to disappear the peace. I didn't side with Patrice. This is correct. I discovered the looter, which was the dragon. Hawk did not encounter. Saved one. I saved Marin because his brother left him for dead. We went to go save him, and his other brother died as a result. I think that's how it goes. If that's wrong, somebody tell me. I'll fix it later. Jarvis had been framed for the theft of Gatlock, but Hawk still held responsible to the events of the critical situation worsening. Jarvis did not survive. Oh, he didn't die. Yeah, I didn't kill him. If I remember right, he was actually from Origin DLC, but I could be wrong. Did Hawk help Lieutenant Harley with the raiders on the cliffs? Yes, I did. And I attacked the raiders without the help of the guardsmen. Fenrir freed and left for Tevinter. Fenrir made tranquil. Fenrir possessed. No, he left for Tevinter. Or Tevinter. And I killed the Arashok in single combat. It was actually relatively easy. Even for a two-handed warrior. Act 3. Hawk tried to find the assassin. Which was this? Oop. I don't care. Story assassin who had gone rogue. Oh, yes. I offered to help. And I let Zevran go. Because I was biased, having played Origins. Hawk presented the conspirators to Orsino, allowing the first time to deal with them anyway. Templar. No, we handed them over to Orsino. Because she was kind of going crazy. I saw that. Nathaniel did survive. And we re-rescued him from the deep roads. Oh. Let me see if I didn't encounter him. Really? Okay, let's do this. Because I did rescue him. That's weird. I don't know why that is. Is there any way I can change to either one of these? Really, you can't save him and do this. Whoa. That's really weird. I don't know why. Maybe it was just because you can only do one or the other in the time frame. But no, we rescued the Grey Warden. Are we still in Act 2? No. Act 3. Oh, right, we reunited Gamlin with his daughter? No, his uncle. No, that was his daughter. He's our uncle, therefore they were cousins. Judging him as harmless or return him to the circle. Ooh. No, I returned him to the circle. But I didn't do it in a necessary... I think I returned him to the circle. I'm not 100% sure about that. I think I let him stay, but I told him to go back. I let him stay in the tavern where I found him drunk, but I told him to go back. In the final battle, we sided with the mages because the Templars just went crazy. Hawk free Karen from the mages, let him go free. He left the Templar Order. Oh, I gave Karen to the Templars so he could feed his family. I, in fact, did kill the dragon at the Bone Pit. Okay. And then next up is the Legacy DLC. We sided with him, and we found Malcolm's will. And it apparently doesn't care that I killed... Yeah, apparently doesn't care that I killed the other guy. Okay, well, that apparently is everything. What does this do? Oh, it just replays it with my choices. Okay. So we're going to make this LP World. I guess I could share it. Oh, no, I don't want to share it. That's what that is. I want to see other things. What is this? Heroes, career, replace sync. Okay. How about clicking this? Okay. Default. How do I rename? Okay, so this is all my notifications. Here we go. Last modified a minute ago. LP World. Save. Randomize. No. Okay. Well, I guess that is it for this. About an hour to do so. So that's the general parts of it. If you guys want to see more, I have the playthroughs of Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2. Not quite following what's done here. I have different heroes. Once again, there will be a form in the description when this goes up on YouTube for the for like what class characters and what you want to see me do. At this point in time, given the companions and the companions that I want to kind of make my regular party, even though I probably will be switching them out quite a bit, I'm looking at a rogue, which is something I haven't yet played as. That being said, I'm not 100% sure as to exactly what, but I am leaning towards, the basic thing is I'm only going to play as a male. That being said, I think an elvish rogue would be kind of cool. And that would also give a lot of interesting things with in terms of like a discrimination and things like that. But I'm not set on an elvish rogue. I'm still looking around. I may go for a mage or a warrior or whatever. We'll see. In fact, yeah, I think I was gonna. I think my basic party build was gonna be a warrior, probably Cassandra, a ranged rogue, probably Varric, because I really want to have those two together. Myself as a dual wielding rogue. And then a mage of whatever choice. Possibly Vivian, but we'll see. Anyway, we actually have 16 viewers. I don't know why it's so high. What the heck, guys? This may be a better series than I thought. Anyway, it's time for me to cut this video off. So the next part will probably be Part 1 in Dragon Age Inquisition, which launches on November 18th, which is just under 3 weeks from now. Or it might be a video in response to your guys' questions. Once again, you can put them down in the comments below. If I get enough of them, I might make another video. Otherwise, I will just answer them in the comments. Please make sure to double check to see if your questions have already been asked. You can ask about the keep, about the world. It's better if you know a little bit about the lore. So once again, you can check out Shoddycast on YouTube. Great channel. I watch all of their videos. And yeah. So thank you all very much for watching. And God bless.